on last season, what were your biggest takeaways?
I just felt like, I had to make the most of my limited reps, and I kind of just remember last season, not really panning out. I had some success, but it wasn't really what I envisioned. So that's just kind of been in the back of my head, and I've been working to, finally take on the role.
I think that's interesting because I feel like some people might not see it that way. Because you had a big, Nebraska was obviously huge.
Right.
Like, I don't know, what makes you kind of feel that way?
I just felt like, I was seen more as a pass rusher, which is good, but I felt like I could do more. So, yeah.
Did you feel like you finished the year stronger, though? That's kind of the way I would look at your season.
Yeah, obviously getting game reps against, I'm going against the same guy every day here, and, sometimes it's, they'll learn your moves or some stuff, and so just going against new people with new techniques, it's kind of a learning curve, and you can only get that through game reps. So I do feel like at the end of the season I was kind of, hit my stride a little bit.
You played high school with Jaden Harrell, right?
Jaden Harrell, yeah. Yep.
So he's now in a bigger role.
Yep, absolutely.
What have you seen from his growth?
Yeah, I mean, same thing as me. I feel like he's been waiting his turn. He's ready to go. Seen a lot of good things from him.
What about the defense as a whole? I mean, it's a lot of new faces out there.
Oh, yeah.
You guys feel like you got something to prove to everybody?
Yeah, I feel like, a lot of guys are, I don't want to say writing us off, but there may be a little, feeling shaky towards, how many people we lost last year. So, and we all know that. So, I feel like the energy is really good, really high.
How have you improved yourself? What are you looking to prove to everybody this year?
I mean, I'm just trying to be the best player I can be for my team. I'm not really worried about what other people are thinking. I just want to win.
You mentioned people saw you as just a pass rusher.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you want to show people I can be a 3-down guy that can have stuff to run to?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What's the biggest stride you've made from spring last year to spring this year, aside from more reps, more experiences, more tape?
I just feel like play recognition. The biggest thing, honestly, is feeling more comfortable out there. Because when you're confident, it's just a different game. Like, you know what's going on. Just having the confidence to trust your ability, trust what you see. I feel like I've done a better job of feeling more comfortable out there.
What builds your confidence?
Just reps. That's really all it is. Just getting reps, breaking down film. Knowing that what I'm seeing is actually right. So yeah, just reps.
When I asked Sean, he said he only really likes to look at the negative plays on film, and I can see that having a negative impact on someone's confidence. So I guess, what are you looking at on film, and how is that building your confidence?
No, I mean, I feel like looking at the negative stuff is obviously a lot more, crucial than looking at the positive stuff, because that's stuff you got to work on. But I don't think that has a significant impact. But really what I'm looking at is, my fundamentals. KB, he's big on fundamentals. My fundamentals can always be sharpened. My pass rush moves, whether they need to be. There's a bunch of different elements. I'd be talking for 20 minutes. Just breaking down everything. I got to look at on film. But yeah.
What have Bryce and Jonah brought to the room so far?
Yeah, they're both tremendous athletes. Obviously, this is a new scene for them, so they kind of got to find their footing with calls and playing the techniques we play. But no, they're bringing a lot of energy to the room. So yeah.
I was about it because it's everything that I wanted. From that standpoint, I'm blessed.
Did I bring you on?
I came on a quick visit for a junior day. I didn't get an offer, but things happen for a reason. And I'm more than happy with how my college career has turned out so far. At Central, and coming here, and I'm blessed to have what I have now. So yeah.
What would you say to that, much younger Jonah that had that junior day and didn't get that offer?
I mean,
what do you say now to him?
Man, he'd be proud. Looking back, he probably would never thought he'd be at this moment right now. It's crazy to look back and be like, yeah, you were that guy back in the day where maybe we were a little too small. Coming out of high school, I was only about 220, 25, a little small guy, and over the years I've built the knowledge. The knowledge between my coaches at Central and now the coaches here at Iowa. To be able to take all that to one, I'm blessed to be able to have that situation and be in the spot I'm in right now.
What's kind of been the most challenging aspect of kind of this transition?
The most challenging thing, I wouldn't say anything's really challenging right now. For me, it's just being able to get in the way they do things, everywhere you go, say you go to a different school, they're going to do things a little different here and there. But from what I've seen, if you just work hard, put your head down, work, you'll fall right in. It's not really a challenge to me. It's just finding out how they do things and putting myself in the best position to accomplish those things.
At that junior day, did you make friends with people who ended up coming here, or?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember much from that day. It was a good day to be here, but on the same token, I don't remember a whole lot that happened that day. But that day was cool. Coming out of high school, being at a program like this, people dream of being here. Now I have the opportunity to actually play here and produce and see what I can do.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Did Joey or Brendan tell you anything at all about Iowa, or did you pick their brains?
Yeah, talking with Joe and Brendan, they were very very good people. I enjoyed playing with them at Central, but they had nothing but good words to say about here. And I was talking to them one time. They're like, "You're gonna love it there. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Coach Bell. You're gonna love Coach Ferentz." They had nothing but good words. And with that being said, like I said, going through the portal and knowing what you want, words like that helps a lot with your decision, and that just makes everything feel comfort.
What have been your first impressions of Coach Bell and Coach Neiman? I mean, the guys in the D-line room just swear by them.
Yeah, they're wonderful. They've helped me tremendously. With the playbook and all that stuff, just learning it. I'm bringing stuff over that I know knowledge-wise, and then they're trying to help me critique it to make it even better. And knowing they're on your side, it makes everything so easy to transition and be a part of.
Did you play against Western when Lester was there at all, or did you just miss him?
I think my freshman year.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't. Yeah, my freshman and sophomore year, I think I might have played him, and then they got the new coach. But yeah, I might have to get on him a little bit.
Victory cannon talk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we won the last one, so that's what we're saying.
For the folks, you've got the rivalry trophies here, but the folks that don't know about like the Michigan MAC trophy and the directional rivalries, I mean, those are, kids in Mount Pleasant and Ypsilanti and Kalamazoo swear by those.
Yeah, first of all, we don't really like Western, and we stand by that. But no, it's great competition everywhere in Michigan and the MAC, and when we get ready to play those teams, it's like something else. You have that extra edge at that game, and those are something that I'll remember for my time at Central. Lining up against Eastern and lining against Western, and I'll definitely remember that last game when we lifted that Cannon Trophy for the last time. But no, that was good. That makes a season worth playing for, you know what I'm saying?
I was looking for a team that would represent that and show that with coaches as well. And I felt that Coach Ferentz and Coach Bell really showed that to me when I came here on my official visit, and then not only through that, and through the phone as well.
What's the off-season conditioning like for you here? Not necessarily to compare because you were at a great program yourself, but what's it been like and how different is it?
For conditioning-wise, I'd say it's fairly the same, especially for off-season. Like during the winter, I'd say conditioning was definitely pretty similar in that I really wasn't a shock to me. So.
One of your former teammates is here as well. We haven't had a chance to see him yet. We hope to soon, but probably more like in the summer. What can you say about him as a competitor, as a player, and what's Iowa getting with him?
I can't really speak for him, but I can just tell you that he's an amazing person. Mark, I've known him for 2 years now, so just getting to hang around him and him being my roommate is a great experience.
Oh, you have him as a roommate?
Yes, sir.
What does he do on the field? What makes him so successful?
I feel like that's more of a question for him, like knowing, that
from
is
your
him
point of view, when you're watching him play, what what do you think? Like, is he the type of player that, hey, we're never out of it when he's out there, or something like that?
I say he really just brings leadership is one of the main things. He never giving up, like always pushing, always striving for the best and to make everybody on the field and off the field better. So I say that's one of the main things.
What do you bring as a player?
For me, I'd probably just say I bring work ethic. I'm coming here. I know that I'm a little younger, and I know that I have to just come here, put my head down, and just grind and get better. So,
What are your first impressions of Coach Bell and Coach Neiman?
I would say amazing. When I came here, first impressions were over the phone. I had a conversation with him over the phone, but not only that, he talked to my parents as well, and really just showing how he included my family and treated them was really just eye-opening, and it was an amazing experience.
And then first few practices, how's Bell been as a coach?
Amazing, yeah. I really love his coaching style and love being here. So, yeah.
Did you take any other visits during the recruiting process while you were in the portal or anything?
Yes, sir. I took one other visit to Wisconsin.
Gotcha. And what made Iowa stand out for you and make it your choice?
Definitely just a preference of feel. I'd say when I got here that it just felt right. It felt like when I was at my old school, it felt like that. It felt like home, and it just felt right. The way the coaches talked to me, treated me and my family, that it just everything clicked.